From Alfie to Zeus. What are Australia's most popular pet names? Key points. An increase in pet ownership in Australia has seen the emergence of more pet names. Daisy proved to be a popular name for female dogs and female cats. Charlie was a preferred name for male dogs and male cats. There are more pets living in Australian homes than there are people. According to 2021 figures collected by Animal Medicines Australia, there are more than 30 million pets across the country, outnumbering Australia's human population of almost 26 million residents. To stay up to date with latest top stories, make sure to subscribe to this YouTube channel by clicking the button above this video. That makes Australia one of the top pet ownership nations globally. During the pandemic, pet ownership increased by 8% over 2 years, from 61% in 2019 to 69% in 2021. That growth means new pet names, pet type and owner demographics play a role. Susanna Talevsky from Melbourne-based charity The Lost Dogs Home said the list of top names was compiled from adoption records. Every time someone adopts a pet, we record their name obviously, she told SBS News. We have a look at those records at the end of each year and see what is happening out there in the community in terms of name choices. Ms. Talevsky said the choice of names differs for cats and dogs. So for our dogs this year with females, Daisy and Honey are the top 2 names. For the males, it is Harley and Frankie, she said. For cats, Luna and Bella were really popular. Luna has been popular for quite a while now with cat names. And for the boys, Charlie and Leo are the most popular cat names. There are also trends with popular pet names. The names such as Fido, those kinds of names, they've slowly exited the vocabulary. What we're seeing now is more of a trend towards sweeter sounding names, and names that are associated with food seems to be something that is growing in popularity. She said traditional names like Charlie and Leo prove more popular with the older demographic, while younger people might be inspired to choose a name based on popular culture or what is currently trending. Cultural trends. Cultural background can also play a role in the choice of names in Australia and overseas. SBS Greek language broadcaster Efthymios Kallos said ancient gods and goddesses feature prominently as pet names in Greek Australian households. Although he says the names of Greek saints don't have the same level of popularity. Here in Australia, I have come across many Greek Australians who give their dogs the names of ancient gods, in particular the most famous god of all, which is Zeus. Don't ask me why. And often in the discussion, I would ask what would happen if we gave our dogs here in Australia or elsewhere, for that matter, a Christian name like Christ, God, Saint Nicholas or Saint John. And the discussion pretty much stops there. But that doesn't stop pet owners using the names of ancient Greek gods, which many people find funny actually. In China, where pet ownership is growing at a rapid pace, some names remain perennial favorites. SBS Mandarin news journalist Jeff Kwan said there is a preference for auspicious names. We've heard of a lot of dogs named Lucky, which means luck will come to my place or come to me, because traditionally we think the dog is associated with royalty, and we appreciate this character. So if a dog goes to your place, it means it will guard there, stand there and protect you, and bring good luck to you. And we also have the Chinese zodiac that can provide inspiration. In the Indian state of Gujarat, along India's western coast, the concept of pet ownership remains the domain of the upper classes. SBS Gujarat digital content producer Vastal Patel said what is far more common is a culture of tending to the many stray animals seen on city streets. We don't own that pet, but absolutely you might feed them in your daily routine some food, 365 days in a year. So my father, he regularly goes into the street and gives them a chapati and other Indian meals that we cook in our everyday lives. And after we eat our meals, we feed them also. Tips for naming your pet. But before deciding what to name your pet, Ms. Talevsky said people need to make sure they are ready for the responsibility pet ownership involves. She also encourages people to adopt a pet from a shelter, rather than buy one privately. If you are considering a pet, make sure you have thought it out carefully. Consider, are you going to be in a position to look after a pet long term? Can you afford the ongoing vet and food bills? And remember, a pet really is a 15 to 20-year commitment. So if you've thought all that through, we do have many animals in need of a home. She adds people should only name their pets with something they feel comfortable using in public.